Fellas, what's good? Today I want to share with you guys what I discovered on a 20-mile race this past weekend. The discovery has to do with the power of our minds. So it was a 20-mile race versus my run mentor, Cruz. This was the guy that helped me complete my first ultra. The race was in Pennsylvania, and I drove 2 hours to get there. Now, usually when I race and I run, I vlog it. I bring my phone with me and I like to record it and upload videos to Instagram stories mostly. This time, because I was racing, I prepared very well. I ran hard at the start of the year, I rested very well, and I gave myself the best chance physically and mentally to win and to race this guy. Now, that chance was very small to begin with because this guy is an elite ultra runner. He's fast. So, if I had any chance in the world, I had to give it my absolute best. And that's exactly what I did. But to finish off my preparation and give myself the best opportunity, what I decided to do, which is what eventually led me to discovering a greater depth of my mind, was I decided to run without my cell phone and without my headphones. I ran with nothing but a watch. I knew that this would be the best opportunity for me to just be totally focused and concentrated on the task at hand. And that's exactly what happened. During the first 5 miles, 0 to 5, it was the toughest miles. I couldn't breathe. I had all this mucus. I couldn't open up my nostrils to breathe. It was very tough. It was very tiring. But from past training, I knew, or I made the decision that no matter how hard it felt to run, I was going to maintain my push through resistance. I wasn't going to slow down because of slight resistance. So right then and there, I started to use the power of my mind to think, what's the next best step while it's hard during the first 5 miles? And that was, I don't care what happened, I don't care how slow I'm going, as long as I'm pushing through resistance, that's going to be a part of my game plan. I'm never going to slow down when I feel that resistance. And so that started working. Now, between miles 5 and 10, my game plan was to do fartleks. Fartleks. Sounds like fart licks. Yeah, I know. But one of my run buddies, an experienced runner, told me to try this out. What you do is you run super fast. You're a fast speed for 2 minutes. And then you run slow for 3 minutes. A comfortable, fast, slow. And you do that for 5 miles. I took that advice, and man, I was surprised by how far and how fast I could go with that method. I went through 5 miles like that. And the fast running really wasn't as bad. I mean, it was tough, but I was already opened up from the first 5 miles, and I was just focused. It was just me and my watch, sticking to the plan, pure focus, not paying attention to anything else, especially a cell phone. And that part of the plan went really well. And then there, my friends, at the 10th mile is when the magic happened. My game plan for mile 10 and moving forward was to take off. Because I was more than halfway through the race, a 20-mile race, I wanted to get past that second half, past the halfway point with a nice gap. And I did exactly that. For 2 miles, I just flew as fast as I could. Now, I'm no speeding train. Don't imagine a speeding train just run, but I was at a good rate, a good tempo, running fast. And And right there I noticed and realized that my lungs had opened up. My nostrils had opened up. I no longer was thinking about myself breathing. It was all happening naturally. So after those 2 miles, mile 12, now my next plan was to go at a comfortable slow for the next 3 miles so that I could finish off the race strong. Man, by mile 12 is when the magic happened. At mile 12, I already ran slow first 5 miles, then fast and slow, and then fast. I was already opened up fully. There was no discomfort whatsoever in anything that I was doing running. I was totally zoned in, and I was absolutely gone mentally. Physically, I didn't exist anymore. I was separated from my body. My body was now just moving. And between miles 12 and 15, I got so deep into my imagination, so deep, that I forgot about the time. I forgot about where I was. I knew I was running, but at the same time, I was so deep in my imagination and in my focus that I disappeared from reality. And I had some of the greatest time in my imagination, constructing this world, this new reality in my mind that felt so real. And that's the point I really want to get across. Because I was away from this, I had an opportunity to go deeper into this like never before. And I believe that's just the beginning of what our power can do in our mind. Reality all began in our minds, ladies and gentlemen. What if that power of concentration and focus, even though it's not a part of this world, it's a part of the spiritual world, makes that imagination or thought come to life much quicker and much more real into reality. All because I let go of this for a good hour and a half at that point. I was able to dive deep into this, so deep that I disappeared from reality. Those 3 miles went by and I didn't even realize it. I wasn't even paying attention. I was just going. And one of the best parts about that too was I was just passing people. And I was at a good rhythm, at a good pace. And it felt really good. That's what I wanted to share with you today on that 20-mile race, how I discovered how deep our minds could go into focus and concentration, and how real it can feel when you're in here. And I really believe that when I was in here, I was creating it for out here. So now, ever since I discovered that more, I've been letting go of this a lot more. And just leaving it in my car when I can, not working out at the gym, just leaving it in the locker room, turning it off whenever I can. I went to walk my dog today and just left the phone at home. And again, it happened again, even when I'm walking my dog. Eventually, at some point, I get so deep into a thought that I'm able to concentrate on it. I'm able to manifest when I'm in there. I know it for a fact that I'm able to live in that world in reality, and I'm bringing it closer to me. And it's just been amazing. So, to wrap up, fellas, I highly believe that the secret to going deeper into your mind and creating the reality, whatever reality you want to create in your life, a huge tool to help make that happen is to go without this. Give this, your mind, an opportunity to be free and to work itself out and to dive deep into your reality of your imagination. Remember, imagination came before all this. Imagination is our real reality. So why not dive deeper into your imagination?